What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and it seems the Jurrac meteor is about to hit once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we have support for the Jurrac monsters. Yeah, you never thought in 2024 we'd see support for Jurrac. Well, recently, the OCG announced that there was going to be another wave of Hidden Arsenal support. Support for monster archetypes that were in the Hidden Arsenals prior to. And one of them is going to be Jurrac. If you guys know what the Jurrac archetype is, it's a archetype of fire attribute dinosaur type monsters who were featured in the Hidden Arsenal series, as well as the main progenitor of them, the Duel Terminal series. This is the archetype that takes on the attribute of fire after the Flame Veil, who were also introduced in that series. And the thing about the Jurrac monsters is that a lot of them, while their own archetype, they've been very useful in supporting dinosaur deck strategies. Some of them in clips, you can look at Jurrac who was basically known for the whole Dino Rabbit scenarios of things, and adding to that as just another additional monster who was a dinosaur who can bring out a dinosaur, and then you can exceed into other cards. So here we're now taking the dinosaur strategy even further, because remember years ago, prior to now, dinosaurs had got a major build-up with a lot of support during 2017, 2018. Then they had the structure deck, and it was just an amazing array of things for them as well. And now here we are again with even more support for them. So why don't I go ahead and go into it, because the first monster we have is Jurrac Megalo, based off of the Megalo dinosaur. It is a level 1 fire attribute dinosaur tuner with 500 attack and 1300 defense. You can only use each of the following effects of this card's name once per turn. If you control a dinosaur type monster, you can summon this card from your hand. During your main phase, you can discard 2 cards, including a Jurrac card, and then draw 2 cards. If this card is destroyed by a card effect, you can send a Jurrac monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard, except for Jurrac Megalo. Next up is Jurac Stego, based off of the Stegosaurus. It's a level 4 fire attribute dinosaur monster, 1700 attack, 900 defense. You only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. During your main phase, you can destroy 1 card you control, and if you do, you can send 1 dinosaur type monster from your deck to your graveyard. Then you can summon any number of Jurrac monsters from your hand and or deck whose total level equals the Sun monster's level, ignoring their summoning conditions except Jurac Stego. You can access summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for dinosaur monsters. When this card is destroyed by battle, you can return 1 card on the field to the hand. Next up is Jurrac Estero, based off of the Esterosaurus. This is a level 10 fire attribute synchro monster with 2500 attack and 2300 defense. It requires 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner dinosaur type monsters. If this card is synchro summoned, you can send 1 Jurac spell or trap card from your deck to you can set 1 Jurac spell or trap card from your deck or graveyard. Once a turn, when your opponent would such a summon a monster's quick effect, you manage 2 dinosaur type monsters from your grave to negate the summon, and if you do, destroy that monster. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can banish 2 Jurac monsters from your grave, including this card, to summon 1 Jurac meteor from your extra deck, treating it as a synchro summon. Funny enough, it says here that the monster, that as Jurac meteor, this card is simply named after a cosmic body. Oh, okay. And in case of an asteroid, so its name basically is Astro. Yeah, okay, asteroid. So, my bad. I thought it was actually named after an actual dinosaur. No, it's actually the monster that comes out of Jurac Meteor. Which, that's interesting somewhere. And then the fact that he can get summoned. Alright, and then let's go on into the spells. We have Jurac Volcano. This is their field spell. You only use each of the following effects of this card's name once per turn. During your main phase, you can destroy 1 dinosaur monster you control, and if you do, summon 1 Jurac monster from your deck. When your opponent summons a monster or monsters during the turn they are activating a monster effect 4 or more times, you can summon 1 Jurac meteor from your extra deck, treating it as a synchro summon. If a Jurac monster you control would be destroyed by card effect, you can banish 1 dinosaur monster from your graveyard instead. And then following in repeats, we have Jurrac Velo, Jurrac Monolith, Jurrac Titano, Jurrac Waiba, Jurrac Dino, Jurrac Grom, Jurrac Aolo, Jurrac Genolo, Jurrac Bespito, Jurac Meteor, and Jurac Impact. So, talk about a major alignment of new support and new cards. This is probably one of the biggest ways of Jurac support that we've seen, and probably some of the most stable, because not only does it include dinosaur type monsters, but it also includes the Jurac archetype itself. Definitely a lot of major support. So when we go over each of the monsters, so first off, let's talk about this level 1 tuner. Pretty good and pretty set up for itself. Able to special summon, which means it's a free tuner. For dinosaurs. Not to mention that it's able to discard cards from your hand to the grave, including a Jurac, to give you a draw 2. And then being able to send a Jurac monster from the deck, from the hand, or from the deck or extra deck, for the main deck or the extra deck. Also helps with some of the Jurac monsters who are able to summon other Juracs. I also believe Hera can also be special summoned if she's in the graveyard and Jurac monsters are leaving the field. So that even helps out with getting Hera onto the board, because Hera was also a primitive Jurac monster that was very looked at as a ritual boss monster. So that's actually pretty deep. Then we're looking at Jurac Stego. Stego having this massive special summon attached to it, simply by just being able to destroy a card you control and then sending a dinosaur to the grave. That in terms of itself is actually pretty good, because like I said, it can set up for other Jurac monsters, primarily some of the big ones like Jurac Hera, because that I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Hera's level 8 or level 7. So if you're sending that monster and then being able to even ignore summoning conditions to special summon, was it Jurac monsters from your hand or deck, yeah, those are a lot of monsters that you're summoning off of this if you send the right leveled monster and the monster's total that level. Then just being able to compulsory evacuation device if it's destroyed is not too bad, because I think at that point you're just basically using it as the pop this, destroy a card, send a card, and then just special summon a whole bunch of monsters. So yeah, that's actually a pretty legit effect. Then we talk about Jurac Astro. Now, this is a big one here, because let's talk about Jurac Meteor for just a second. For those who don't know, when Jurac Meteor is special summoned, it destroys every monster. No, I think it's every card on the field. It's literally a giant board wipe, like Black Rose Dragon. And the crazy thing about it is that, similar to Black Rose, it has to be on a special summon, or a synchro summon, rather. And I honestly did not expect them to want to go back to that so fast. But also, in the same point in time, they not only gave this monster, but they also gave their field spell the ability to summon Jurac Meteor and treat it as a synchro summon. So shout outs to that, like making a whole combination of things so much available. Then being able to set Jurac spells and trap cards. So I don't really know off the top of my head how many spells and traps Jurac have. But if this is another way to just get them onto the board as soon as possible, Jurac players, you're eating well. You are eating well. You have a way to special summon one of your highest level synchro monsters without having to do so much work. You have a way to also trigger its ability to basically help you board wipe. I wouldn't be surprised if people are going to find ways to manipulate doing both this and the field spell's ability to get the Jurac monsters onto the field and do that. Because just when you thought the Year of Fire was over, Konami's like, what are you talking about? We're still burning. What's water? So, yeah, shout outs to this monster for just being that amazing. And then having a negation effect on top of it, which is also just crazy. Jurac Volcano, what a way of field spell. Being able to help you destroy a dinosaur to necessarily summon a Jurac. Then being able to when your opponent special summons monsters during the turn, they activate at least 4 monster effects. You're able to then special summon Jurac Meteor to have its ability trigger, which basically is just similar to looking at a Nibiru, except for you're just waiting for the monster effects. You don't really care about certain casualties at that point. You're just like, alright, you did enough to where my field spell is going to trigger. So now this is another thing similar to Nibiru, where people have to wait and figure out, okay, if I do enough for this, am I going to see a meteor, or am I going to see the volcano trigger? Because that's literally what it is. It's like deal with the trigger to deal with the volcano, who's going to summon the meteor, who's going to deal with me. Yes, there are a lot of ways to deal with this card's ability to such a summon, and I'm sure many of you know that. But it's just hilariously funny how, damn, it only took this long for them to get a field spell and for the field spell to actually have some type of utilization in the deck. So, big kudos. Big kudos. With the amount of with the amount of reprints in here as well. Also seeing Jurrac Meteor here. I'm shocked that Jurrac Hera isn't here, because that would have been a good addition to this. So she might go up in price if you're a Jurrac player. ALOs in them I don't think are going to go up because they're already reprinted. But seeing some of these other stuff and seeing how like the Duel Terminal stuff will most likely go up and everything. So yeah, people are going to sit on some good money makers till, you know, whenever this comes out in TCG. So, in my final thoughts of it, this is a great way to get Jurrac back onto the board. This is a great way to get a lot of support going for the Jurrac and even dinosaur decks, and now having another engine to utilize for abilities, especially for ones that destroy cards on the field. So, yeah, pretty good stuff here. Pretty good stuff. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the new Jurrac cards. Are you here for it? Are you not here for it? You know, what stuff are you looking forward to with this? And I'm sure many of the dinosaur players are going to be screaming this, that they want Mr. Ceratosaurus back at bay. Which still to my face, why is it not activated? Or at least two. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I really do appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoy the new content as well. Let me know in the comment section, of course, what you think about all of this stuff going on with the new Jurrac cards. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, as it helps out tremendously. Another thing to note is if you are watching the video, please hit the subscribe button, because it helps out the channel and, you know, the analytics. Also hit the notification bell so you're informed of when I do upload more content to the channel. My socials, they're in the description box below, and of course you guys can also follow some of the other content through the playlist and previous videos. So with that said and done, thanks everyone for watching. HPJ signing out. Take care.